I'm here at CalJam again with Gilles Lamarche and Ryan French, a bunch of amazing Canadians. Both are going to be coming to EPOC. So Gilles, I mean, you have seniority by a couple of years on us. So you've been around the proverbial block. You're still in the game. You're still working harder than ever. So what do you see? What's the importance of getting together and staying together as a group?
I actually think that that's probably the primordial point of building a great practice, is to be hanging out with chiropractors who are like-minded. Because chiropractic, as a general, most people are in solo practice. So you live this entire life as if you're on an island. Life can't be lived on an island. You can't thrive alone on an island. So the best thing that I always recommend is that you should belong to groups. You should attend every and any group that you can afford to attend, and attend them like across the nation, from east to west, wherever they are. But belong first to a group that is somewhat local for you, so you can have comrades to count on, people you can talk to. You can go and get inspired by guys like Ryan to show up, but they can call you any day. They can call anybody that's part of the EPOC groups and stay inspired. Because there's no doubt in my mind that a lot of people go on and up, and at some point they go on and down. Sometimes the down's not a lot, but even if you're on a down slope, why live on a down slope?
Yeah.
There's no value in living on a down slope. So if you want to really maintain a high level of inspiration, you can do a lot of that in your office with a great team, great patients, by educating them, developing good practice members. But the best thing that you can do for yourself is to hang out with like-minded chiropractic, because that's the only way that we're going to be adjusting 6 million. It is the only way. Yeah. In my opinion, there's no other way that we're going to get there. So by far, becoming a member of a group, maintaining your relationship in the group, and serving the members of the group. Just don't show up in the group to take. Show up in the group to give, and be willing to serve in between the meetings. I think that's primordial. There's nothing more important to really developing yourself and building this chiropractic the way we want it at the top level.
Awesome, awesome. And with EPOC, one of the monikers for EPOC is educating the people of our community. And I know Ryan is. I mean, he says he's still a student, and while he still is, and I think that's amazing that you think like that. But you're also a master communicator, and I mean, you're in the game. What do you have to think about? What do you think about all this?
Well, I mean, I think the biggest thing for sure, I mean, if you go to every single of the largest practices in the world, they always have a vision that's bigger than the boundaries of their office. And so when you talk about people trying to do it on their own, they would never do it on their own, because their vision is always maintained inside their office. So my goal every time that I'm talking to people is always building chiropractic and reconnecting people to the principle of true healing from above down, inside out, so they can live the life that God intended them to in the first place, when He first loved them into existence. And from that point, all of our procedures, all of our principles, all of our training is all dedicated towards making sure that we as a unit are a stronger force going forward for the good of humanity. And I get to express that through the expression of that is my practice in my town. But I mean, one of the things that we pride ourselves on is I see 50% of the new patients that I see, I want to see 50%. I want 25 or half of those to start in our office and half of those to start in somebody else's office. So they talk about seeing 10 or 12 or 30 new patients in a month. I want to double that, because I want to also have that same amount going into other practices. And I don't think that we're going to build chiropractic until we get together with like-minded people and have a similar vision along those lines.
Absolutely. And I know one of my favorite quotes that I heard from one of my mentors, Dr. Richard Santo. He always said that the power of the wolf is in the pack, and the power of the pack is in the wolf. I mean, and just being here this weekend with powerful people like you guys, I mean, I know that I grew tremendously as a person, I know my practice is going to grow because of it. And just being around these people is just amazing. So thank you both.
And we never know enough. We never know enough. It doesn't matter where you are in the evolution of your career. I graduated 31 years ago. You never know enough. You know that a teacher is a true teacher when he or she recognizes that they still have so much more to learn. So the teacher is a continuous student. So I invite you to be a continuous student, because that's the only way you're going to live the path that you're dreaming of living today.
Yeah, awesome. Absolutely. I remember one of the first times that I spoke, I'll never forget, Gilles moved to the front row to take notes. And I had to like stop partway through, and there's Jill and there a whole bunch of other chiropractors that were my mentors there taking notes. And in that, I just learned a massive thing, that you will always be a student. And I see at the seminars, people say, well, who are the students here? I always put my hand up, and at least no offense, Jill, but I still look young enough to still be in school. So people go, oh, yeah, today they go, who's a student? I turn around and they oh, congratulations, you came in, what school are you at? Well, I'm out, but...
You're in school of life.
I'm in school of life, that's right, yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Wisdom doesn't come cheap.
So get out to EPOC, make sure you get registered, make sure you come every month, sit in the chair, learn, absorb, engage, inspire, and be inspired.